90-day fiancé. Jasmine shares disturbing update, sparking concern with her emotional confession. So what is this all about? Jasmine just worried her 90-day fiancé supporters with an emotional confession. She got candid about her motherhood journey and new experiences in a cryptic post. The TLC star left her followers wondering if she's battling emotional struggles during her postpartum journey. Jasmine has gone through a lot of pain and whirlwind emotions in the past. She faced many accusations and dealt with some pregnancy challenges. Despite all of this, the reality star always puts on a brave front in front of viewers and inspires them. Jasmine has been trying to avoid all kinds of negativity after giving birth to her daughter. Still, she is a human, and it would be difficult to move past the hardships and insults. Is she facing some mental health challenges? What does she want to express through her post? And this is the post stuff in particular here, where Jasmine came out in one post by saying, "Nothing seems to hurt more a racist person than an immigrant having an American child. As I go through postpartum, a very sensitive stage in a woman's life, the amount of hate I get every day and yet get excused of being a horrible person. Are they any better? I could never text those kind of hateful messages to a stranger who has just given birth. What kind of people do that?" And then finished off by saying, "And that's the reason why I turned off my message request here. As I breastfed my baby, I want to keep myself in a very positive mood," with an angel emoji. Then it continues here. Actually, don't know what, before we continue, I will say this. It is not nice for anybody to receive any hateful messages. But also at the same time, I've never understood why people would be comfortable enough to send hateful messages. What is the benefit of sending hateful messages to someone that you don't actually know? You know, we all have a choice to watch the show and to feel how we feel about each characters. The same way we have a choice whether or not we should then start to send them inappropriate things. The same way these people have a choice to go on TV and then to be ready for any type of backlash. It still doesn't mean that just because they go on TV and just because we don't like the way they act, it doesn't mean it gives us any permission whatsoever to then go into their DMs, go into their comment section and start saying things that are just unwarranted. Of course, we are entitled to our opinions, because at the end of the day, if we see someone on TV behaving a certain type of way, it is important that we do call them out. We try and hold them accountable for their behavior, but we do it in a way that does not make us worse than the person that we are trying to make accountable. Otherwise, what are we really doing? Now it continues here by saying, Jasmine admits receiving racist comments for Matty. Matty is Matilda, her newborn daughter, should I say. Jasmine chose her happiness over her sexless marriage. She dumped Gino and became pregnant with her friend, Matt. The 90-day fiancé star faced huge insults and disrespectful slurs when she made her pregnant debut on the tell-all. However, Jasmine knows what is best for her and her baby. Sadly, some haters continue to ruin her mental health and create difficulties for her. I mean, to be quite frank, when Rob called her a pregnant whore of some kind, that was really uncalled for. But then at the same time though, if TLC is more than happy to show another cast member insulting another cast member as if it's okay, of course it's going to make other people feel the warrant or feel as if they're also okay to go into her DMs and then also say the same type of things or things worse. Even though, regardless of whether Rob said that or not, people would have probably sent her hateful stuff regardless, which is sad. But you know, when it becomes racist stuff, it's crazy. To be fair, Miss Debbie, not Coach Debbie, the other Debbie, the same Debbie who flew all the way to Morocco to be with a man that was literally younger than her own son. Her herself came out with a comment that was uncalled for, that was racist, telling Jasmine that she needs to go back to Panama, saying, Panama, we do not need her. So you gotta think, when cast members are now also saying things to other cast members that are vile, nasty work. Recently, she uploaded a series of Instagram stories to expose a racist person for bombarding her DM with racist comments. The TLC star was in a disbelief to see so much hate for an immigrant for having a baby in America. Jasmine asked if they were any better for sending such messages to a woman who had just given birth. To be fair, whether she had given birth or not, sending someone racist comments or any comments that are just way too far is just not needed. She also turned off her message request to protect herself from all negativity. Such a shame, because I do know that there is a big portion of people that do not like Jasmine. But then there is a portion of people that do actually like her. So it's a shame that those people don't get a chance to obviously connect with Jasmine. Jasmine raises fans' concerns with an alarming post. Jasmine is embracing her motherhood and focusing on her future. She is putting in efforts to bring her other kids to the US while dealing with her postpartum challenges. The past few months have been pretty overwhelming for the TLC star. Jasmine faced extreme allegations and dealt with her pregnancy struggles. I mean, I know a lot of people definitely are feeling some type of way about this whole idea of her bringing her kids to America. A lot of us still don't really believe it, purely because there's been reported that Jasmine doesn't even have custody of those boys. But hey ho, this video is not about that. But as you can see here, another night I survived, which is obviously concerning people. Then also on top of that, it continues here by saying, however, she is putting on a brave front and focusing on the positive things in life. Recently, she worried her followers when she uploaded a new selfie on Instagram with a cryptic message. The 90-Day Fiance star captured a selfie while doing skincare. Jasmine had a sheet mask on her face with something that looked like a portable sauna tent. She wrote, "Another night I survived," with a cute emoji. The TLC star looked stressed in the photo. She didn't specify what she meant by the word survived. Thus, fans were worried about the Panama native after her concerning post. Jasmine is raising a little daughter and spends her nights breastfeeding her baby. She must be stressed by the lack of sleep and her rigorous breast pumping schedule to feed her baby. Also here finishes off by saying that the TLC star works out every morning to keep herself active and healthy. Hence, Jasmine needs a lot of love and care instead of all the hate and negativity. Hopefully the TLC star would soon meet her other kids and stop receiving all of these accusations and taunts online. You see, first and foremost, let's make this abundantly clear. I do not condone, nor do I promote anyone sending any type of hate towards anyone in life. It doesn't matter whether that person is somebody that we have seen on TV or somebody that we know in our lives. Sending hate is literally a waste of time. There is no benefit whatsoever, and sending hate to people can literally mess up someone else's mental health. Yes, we have seen Jasmine act like a complete brat. We have seen her do unfriendly things towards Gino in her relationship, but the same way we've also seen Gino pretty much be a be a man with no backbone. Be a man that is more than happy to allow his own woman to take all the blame and him to take no blame whatsoever, because that's the kind of boy he is. But nonetheless though, Jasmine is someone who have witnessed do things that are definitely unkind, things that do not sit right with any one of us. We've seen her do things that will be 1000% a deal breaker for many of us. But despite that, we can never become worse than the person that we dislike. We can never become worse than the person that is doing these cruel things. The only thing that we can do is to continue hold them accountable by saying things and addressing things in ways that make sense, not in ways that then makes it worse or makes us look worse than her. Because remember, Jasmine's the kind of person that will behave the way she behaves, but if someone else behaves worse than her, she'll be like, well, at least I'm not as bad as that person. That's just, I can imagine that'd be her mindset. Okay? But of course, 1000% Jasmine is no saint. No saint whatsoever. But hey, she's got a child now, and the child is innocent. So for the people who are sending racist comments regarding her child, damn. I wonder if you have kids of your own, I wonder how you'd feel in that situation. Remember, there's a lot of us people in this world that are not mean, who are not bullies like Jasmine, who have children, but yet our children will still get bullied or insulted by others. So really and truly, who we are as a parent doesn't define whether or not our child gets picked on or not. Do you see what I'm saying? So if anybody wants to sit there and be like, well, this would happen to my child because, you know, I raised them, blah, 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 blah. Listen, you don't know what's going on. the amount of children in this world who are suffering with depression at such a young age, and the amount of children who are even at positions where they go into other lengths that I'm not going to mention just because I don't want to trigger no one. Got to think about that. So there's people out there who are literally taunting an innocent child. That is ridiculous and absolutely disgusting. But hey, nonetheless though, Jasmine, you still need to do better. Still need to do better, because the only thing that I dislike about the situation is that Jasmine's the kind of person that will use all of these things to hold other people accountable whilst not holding herself accountable. So really and truly, I will say this, and this is not me trying to be hypocrite to everything that I just said it, but I will say this though. If Jasmine wants people to potentially, well, if she has any chance of people not sending her anything, the best thing that she can do is start off by taking accountability for her own actions first. If she can do that, and people who want to see that can start to see that she is now becoming a better person, then maybe people won't do X, Y, Z. Just maybe. Because at this point, she needs to look at ways of not blocking off the comments or avoiding people's messages. She now needs to start looking at how she can change people's perspective of herself. Whether or not that's possible, I don't know. But if she's doing it, at least she knows that she can live with herself a whole lot more better, if that makes sense. But at the same time though, the fact that she uses these opportunities to actually play victim rather than recognize that she was the one that was behaving that way is just a madness. It's a very complex situation, but I hope I've made sense. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.